Good morning, Time Pirates. Arg. How are we today? I think Alicia has bundled up nice and tight.
Mhm.
It's going to be hard to type like that.
It's a little cold this morning. I think we're in the 50s right now, but it says we'll be a high of 76, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was yesterday. We actually got up to 72. It was really nice walking the dogs though.
I'm gonna
But
see if I
yeah.
can put this on so it doesn't keep sliding.
We might get rain today though, which is bad because I need to walk these dogs. But yeah, so I'm excited. I filled out my first words. I forgot to do that yesterday. So I filled out my words in my spreadsheet. I love adding words to the spreadsheet. Makes me happy. Looks like progress. Let's see who we have today. We have Jen on, nice and bright and early. Good morning, Jen. Good morning. Just coming to hang out for watch time, getting ready for work. So nothing on the agenda quite yet. Hope you're all doing well and Happy New Year. Thanks, Jen. Happy New Year to you too. And Lindsay joined us. Good afternoon, Lindsay. Hi, guys. Thought I was going to be first today, maybe tomorrow. Oh no, Jen beat you. She beat you. That's hilarious.
Oh no.
All right. I had to delete a few words last night as I'm prepping for today. So my word count went down a little. It's not a bad thing though. We're okay because I got some room to play. I have some wiggle room. And so that brought me down to 53,176. So again, math is really easy when it's 1,000 words. So I have to get to 54,176.
Aha.
What's your goals for today, Alicia?
I have to do a little bit of budgeting, but that shouldn't take me more than like 5-10 minutes. And then I'm gonna try to do the outline thing. I've got to get this figured out so I can continue and finish.
Makes sense to me. At least get it done. Like I said, even if you never touch it again, you have one book done. And once it's done, then you can decide what you want to do with it, right? Go back and revise, go back and, whatever you need to do, or chalk it up to, yay, I finished one, next. So that's a personal decision you have to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if this one will see the light of day, but we'll see.
Yeah. But no matter what,
how I feel.
Having written the book at all, you could say, I wrote a book, beginning, middle, end. And that also proves to yourself you can do it. So now let's do the next one. That's thing about writing, man. Everyone's like, oh, it's so creative and wonderful. And it is. It's really creative and fun. And it's, but it's mostly a whole lot of hard work and a good deal of heartbreak.
Yes. I mean, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Exactly. That's why people come to you. I have this great idea. You write it for me and we'll split profits. I'm like, dude, writing's the hard part.
Yeah.
The idea's the easy part.
Yeah. The idea. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know a single writer who is like, oh, I need some ideas. I'm like, what?
Well, not only that, I think about this too. Like you say, oh, I have an idea. You write it for me. But what I write may be a different interpretation of what your idea was.
Well, yeah, it will be for sure.
That idea and run with it, but it's not going to be how you want it to sound.
That's why you can't patent an idea. It has to be the actual thing with diagrams and everything, right? Because ideas are a dime a dozen, man. It's the actual work that counts. So, yeah.
This is very true.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, we are going to get started right away, if you don't mind. I have to pick up groceries at noon, and I did walk the dogs or anything this morning. Yeah, I got more sleep last night. It was good 4.5 solid hours before Benny started whining. But yeah, I'm tired. Pretty bad that 4.5 hours is more than the night before. I might have to nap today. I'm not going to survive. But if I nap today, I'm not going to get nearly enough done off my list. So
this is true.
Let's get as much done as I possibly can. I want to cook for boot camp. I'm on the cook a new recipe. Like, I'm going to cook this one because the kids aren't here tonight. And usually when the kids aren't here, we can do the seafood because seafood's too expensive to buy for 5 adults.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm doing this one. Does that look delicious?
Interesting.
It's
What is it?
swordfish. Can you see it?
Swordfish and peppers with couscous and salsa verde.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Mmm.
I'm so excited.
I'm not a big seafood person, but
I am a huge seafood person, but we don't eat very much of it because it's too dang expensive.
it is.
All right. Yeah, I only got a pound of swordfish and it was $20. Do you see what I mean? Like, yeah,
Oh.
wonder why. Why do we not eat this all the time? That's why.
I mean, I know they say it's healthy for you, but Jesus.
That's why everyone's like, you can eat healthy, it's cheap. I'm like, no, it's not. Why do you think poor people tend to be fatter than rich people? What other evidence do you need than that? Do you see it is more expensive to eat healthy?
And I don't know how to cook seafood of any kind, so.
Well, that's the hard part, right? You mess a lot of this stuff up before you get it right, too. So you're throwing away, you know what I mean? So I get that, too. So the only things we usually get that are expensive are lobsters, because I've cooked them my whole life, so it's not that hard. And then we still don't get, like, delicious Maine lobsters, right? We get the ones, like, from Panama and stuff, the cheaper ones. Cheap whitefish, right? Catfish, tilapia, that kind of stuff. We can cook that. And it's cheap. And farm-raised salmon. So it's not our favorite. We'd much, much rather have the, fresh caught salmon, but it's so expensive. So, yeah, that's about it that we cook. Oh, and mussels. Mussels are actually really cheap. So mussels really, really super cheap. But that's about it.
You're lucky
so much more I want to cook.
You're lucky you can get me to eat tuna fish and fish sticks. Mm-hmm. Maybe some Maryland crab, because I'm from Maryland, so I can't, like, not eat it.
Oh, yeah, I'm a dumbass. I forgot shrimp. Shrimp's actually what we eat the most, right? For seafood, we eat a ton of shrimp. So, because they can get it right off the Gulf, so it's not that expensive.
And I had shrimp once.
Oh, we eat it every way. It was what?
It was rubbery.
Oh, that's because people like to overcook it. Shrimp only needs about, like, seconds. The easiest, best way to cook shrimp, if you just want to really... Shrimp is a quick meal for us, is that you boil a pot of water, a big old stock pot like you would, like, for spaghetti, right? Mm-hmm. And you put in there some... you put in there a lemon that you cut in half. You put in a bunch of... We like the Cajun spices. And it comes in... You can get it in liquid form and dump it in there. But you can use Old Bay, right, if you don't want the spicy.
Old Bay.
Put in an onion, a couple cloves of garlic, and you bring all of that up to a boil. Mm-hmm. And as soon as it reaches a boil, you dump your shrimp in, you turn it off, and you cover it. And then it only takes about a minute and a half for that shrimp to be cooked. Then you drain it and you eat the shrimp.
Huh.
That's it. It's really, really fast, really, really simple. But that is how fast they cook. And people don't realize that. Right? So again, we had to... By people, I mean us too, right? Like I said, you have to ruin a bunch of stuff till you figure out how to cook it, right? Yeah. We ate lots of rubbery shrimp until we figured out. I'm like, it's really quick, like way quicker than you imagine to cook that shrimp.
I'm trying to think. The other thing I tried, and I didn't know I was trying it until it was too late, was calamari.
Oh, I love calamari, but we never cook it because it's a pain in the ass to clean the squid. It's a pain getting out the beak, doing all that stuff.
No, thank you. I'll pass.
Most of the time it's just fried, so most people don't even...
That's why I didn't know what it was until I started chewing it, and I was like, why is this chewy? I don't like this. No, thank you. They were like, oh, it's calamari, and I was like, thank you, but no.
No, I laughed when my dad was like, yeah, let's get calamari, because he'd eat anything fried, right? And so he's like at Olive Garden. I'm not talking high end. Who knows if it really is calamari even from Olive Garden.
Right.
And so he's eating it and he's like, yeah, calamari. He's like, what is calamari? Anyways, we're like, it's squid. And he's like, wait, what?
Yep, exactly. Like, what?
I was like, you were just eating it and enjoying it. Knowing what it is shouldn't change anything. It's fine.
Right. No, thank you.
All right, let's go on this first sprint to see if I can concentrate enough to get this done. I might have to take a nap or I'm not going to be able to function. All right, here we go. And that was our first sprint. I'm having the hardest time staying awake today. Um, but apparently, I'm far enough in the story. Being awake is not a requirement for writing. I have I have almost 300 words in, so I need to
Woohoo!
up it if I'm going to get done in 3 sprints. How'd you do, Alicia?
I got the budgeting done. I made breakfast and attempted to eat it, and you can see I have a helper that's trying to help.
So helpful. She's so helpful.
I know. She just had her breakfast, so she should be good.
That's right. What does full have to do with wanting to eat? I don't understand.
Right?
No, I'm trying to feed both dogs at the same time right now, and Puppy is so excited. It's hard to make her calm down enough.
Yay, food!
Yep. I'm like, I get it, but still, you gotta, could you just sit? And I got her really good by herself, but now feeding Benny at the same time, who, by the way, is completely calm. He's such a good boy. So it's not like he's feeding into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she's afraid he's going to get her food, even though it's way more likely she's going to get his. And he's pretty protective around his food. It's the one thing, not with us. We can put our hands in it all we want. But if the cat gets near it, he growls at him, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to, attack the puppy. And but today, like, he was done and there was a little bit of food left in his bowl, and the puppy's like, "Thanks, man." And he was like, "Whatever." So I was like, "Okay, cool." All right.
It's not like at my house where this one will walk away from her food and then she tries to come back to it. But if Ralphie sees it, he will scarf it down as well as his. So I always have to watch him and make sure he's not a piglet so that she can come back, or I have to pick up her bowl so she can come back to it later.
Yeah. Yeah, I feed the cats in 2 different areas behind closed doors so that they can eat. Yeah, I get that.
Unless it's like a seafood flavor, then he scarfs
like,
it in. Yeah. This morning it was chicken, and she was like, "Meh. I mean, I'll eat it, but give me seafood, and it would have been done faster." I'm like, "Oh man, come on."
She's the opposite of her mom. You're like, seafood. She's like, seafood.
Exactly. I mean, I see food, I eat it, but I mean, food. Right, Moose.
Molly joined us. Good morning, Molly. Good to see you. She says, "Well, even though I'm late, I hope I'm not last." And you said hi to her. And as Brosel joined us, welcome, good morning, or happy time zone where you are. I am currently listening to an audiobook from Libby. I have to return it today, and I'm cleaning my room while doing so. Yeah, I get that when it's right at the end, and you're like, I need to get it done real quick. So.
Yep. We do have a light crowd today, so I wonder where everybody's at.
I don't know. No one got sleep. It was party last night. That's what happened. It's a big party. Everyone's tired.
There was a party. And we weren't invited? What?
They probably invited me and I said no.
Fair.
I'm like, I'm tired. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
I think I was in bed asleep by 10:45.
Yeah, I think it was 11:30 for me. It takes me a little longer. You know, you get like amped up when you're streaming. So it took me a little while to calm down to go to sleep. You would think you wouldn't get amped up from reading sprints. You know what I mean? I don't get amped up from the writing sprints, but I think it's because I'm using so much energy writing.
True.
That it wears me out, right? And I think on the reading sprints, I'm just having such a good time that it actually boosts my dopamine. So it's hard for me to calm down and go to sleep. This one drains it.
Yeah. My husband hates it when we put the kids to bed, and then it's like my second wind kicks in, and I'm like ready to go, and I won't go to sleep until like 11:30 midnight. And he's like, "Go to sleep." And I'm like, "I can't." I am like wide awake. And he's like, "Well, Go to sleep. Next thing you know, he's out like a light. And I'm like, I wish I had that problem. Kids go to sleep and I get my second wind and I want to get all the things done.
Yeah, they talk about that it's common, especially with parents, that they, at the end of the day, is the only time you have to yourself, right? So in the morning, it's all the kids, and then it's all work, right? And all the stuff you got done at work. And then when you get home, it's kids again, and then whatever chores you got to get done. And so then the kids go to bed, and you're done with work for the day, and that's the only time you have. And of course, the smart thing is to go to sleep. But the human brain, we want some time to ourselves to do our own things,
Yep.
right? And so usually we'll, waste more time than we should doing other things when we should be sleeping, because this is it. It's all the time I have. So
Right.
I understand that very well. So, let's see. Ren says, hello, everyone. Good afternoon, Ren. Good to see you
Hello.
today. Lindsay says, I'm still reading the same books as yesterday. What audiobook are you listening to? Yeah, what audiobook, Asperosel? I'm almost done. Red Rising is my audiobook right now, and I'm almost done. I did more audiobooks in December than I did any other month through the year. I think it's because I was so active, right? There were so many active things I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
That I had a lot more hours of listening while I was doing those things instead of, and by active, I mean things like, chores and walking the dogs more and doing like the actual things, because in the driving places, because like when I'm working and editing and stuff, obviously I can't listen to an audiobook when I'm editing, right? So it's not I'm working more. It's just a more not at my desk. And then obviously doing those things, I can't read a physical or an ebook. So audiobook it is.
She's slowly getting annoyed with me.
She is. She's like, seriously. Attitude. Such attitude. Cats are permanent teenagers. Screw that. Let's see. And Molly said hi to Ren and Aspercell. And Lindsay says, also doing some spring cleaning. It's way past spring cleaning time, Lindsay. Way past.
I was gonna say we haven't hit that time yet. March or April. That's spring cleaning time.
Should be about the same for Scotland too, so that's funny. Ren says, not really reading right now, but when I do start, I'll be listening to I, Medusa, currently immersive reading it and loving it.
Ooh,
nice.
Good to know.
Nice. Ren says, but on the bright side, I'm having a late lunch right now, and me and a beef curry, or any curry really, go hand in hand.
There you go.
Yummy. Molly says, Alicia, your fur baby is loving the chin rubs. Yeah. I think she's tolerating it, because what she'd rather have
is he wants my breakfast.
That's right.
He wants my breakfast. Yes.
She's like, normally I'd be into this, but I want hash browns.
You cannot have hash browns. No, you cannot.
Molly says, Alicia, your fur baby. Yeah, no, I said that. And then Ren says, with the side of YouTube OFC, I'm those people who can't eat without watching something unless I'm with people. Yes, same, Ren. Sometimes my food will be getting cold as I'm trying to figure out what it is I need to watch right now. Like I can't. I think it's being raised with the TV, right? So the TV was one of my parents. So, yeah, it was always eating in front of the TV, and I just cannot do it. Now, when I was raising the kids, we would eat together at the table. So like you said, with people, right?
We do that, yeah.
Yep. So we ate dinner at the table every single night, unless we were out to eat. But we always ate together for years and years, and I loved it because my family never did that. That was only at the holidays. So I loved it. But once Jenna was in upper middle school and Xander was in high school, we were just too busy, between band and horses. And then it just kind of fell apart. So, yeah, but I have to be watching something.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay, nope. Aspercell says, Outlive by Dr. Peter Attia. I heard a lot of good stuff from it, and I like it so far. Thinking of buying a physical copy of it. Nice. Yeah, that sounds like something you might want to take notes on, so I could see wanting a physical.
Yep.
Lindsay says, I always do some spring cleaning in January when I'm motivated after Christmas holidays. Oh, okay. I mean, that sounds fair.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you're putting all that stuff up anyways. You might as well dust, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Molly, or look through that box and go, do I really need all this stuff in here?
Mm-hmm.
Molly says we were supposed to fuss with the car today, but it's raining here and dark, which is why I overslept. Yeah, no, that I understand too. My alarm had gone off. I set it for 6 a.m. now because I'm trying to get up earlier again. Because I want to prepare for summer when it's too hot to walk. Because right now I can walk the dogs in the afternoon, but it
Right.
won't be long before it is just way too. I cannot walk the dogs when it's 100 degrees outside. So I need to be doing it in the morning, which, by the way, we had mornings in August. You might have also in Florida in August where it was already 90 degrees when we woke up.
Yes. Maybe we call that the dog days of summer.
Yeah.
Which
So
I don't
we
understand
need
the
to,
phrase, but
because laying on the porch sleeping, that's about all you can do.
oh,
But we'll see. So that's going to be hot enough, right? There's no way I can do it in the afternoon. So I have got to program myself to get up early. But unless I can actually sleep at night, it's just not going to work. So I need everyone else to sleep so I can sleep. That would be great.
right.
I need my daughter to come back and take her dog. That would be great.
You're at the
even
OFC.
Zapho's been going to bed on time the last couple of days, so that's been nice. But I need the animals to sleep.
There you go.
Um,
Ren's OFC equals of course.
Thank you. I knew it meant something, but all I could think of was office, and I'm like, I know it's not that. So thank you for clarifying, Ren. As Rosal says, Lindsay, I get the urge to clean the house after Christmas too. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. Ren, one of my favorite, I'm too lazy to type acronyms. I gotcha.
Fair enough.
And Jen came back. I decided not to go in the office. I'm already going to be working late without adding to the commute. So you're stuck with me today. Oh no. The pain.
Oh gosh.
Horror.
Whatever shall we do?
And Lindsay says, okay, I've added Outlive to my TBR. That sounds awesome. I love when we share books. Makes it all happy.
I wonder if this is the same one I was just looking at the other day.
I don't know.
Who's it by?
Peter Attia? Peter, yeah.
Yes, I was looking at this one.
Is it new? Is that why?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. It's the science and art of longevity. It came out in 2023.
Okay, so new enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we die young in my family, and you know what? I'm tired enough. I'm okay. I could go with a long sleep. It's not a problem. I said I don't invite death. I'm not looking forward to death, but I'm also not terrified of it. I'm just not scared of death. It's all fine.
I'm not necessarily terrified of it. I just worry about, like, if I go, what happens to my family? Like, yes. I want to make sure they're okay.
Yeah, I was a lot more scared of it when my kids were younger.
Yeah.
At this point, do they still want me? Yes. Do they still need me? No. Right? That's the balance. So, and Kevin's ready for his second wife, so he can get his pilot's license. So, and the way we're going, the only way he's going to get a second wife is if I die. Right, Zapho? Yeah, Zapho says it's bullshit, man.
It's hard telling with my family, because I had an aunt that she lived to be 96 and she drove until she was 92.
Oh wow, good for her.
And then but on the other side of that, my mom passed away from cancer at 52. So,
well, cancer's the deal breaker, right? Like, there's no guarantee any of that stuff is gonna.
So I'm trying to do everything I can to not have that diagnosis.
You can't prevent that though, except you can help some, like skin cancer, all that. All you could do is catch it early. So knowing what your mom died of, you can monitor it to catch it early, right? Mm-hmm. So that's just one of the things. Everyone's like, well, if you eat this, you're not going to get cancer. If you do this, you're not going to get cancer. I'm like, there are very few things. There are a few things like the HPV vaccine will prevent certain cancers, right? That's why I got it for both of my kids.
Yeah, I did that.
Yep. So that will prevent certain forms of cancer. The making sure you use sunblock as much as possible. So the
Mhm.
sun that can help prevent cancers, right? So there are
Yep.
some cancers you can help prevent,
Not. Yeah.
but most of the cancers we get, there's not a gosh doggone thing you could have done about it. So
Oh, I know.
you just got to do the best you can, and hope for the best, man. So now heart disease, what I have, I could have really helped prevent that, but I didn't. So that's preventable, to a certain degree, because you still have, like, my daughter's only 22 and she already has high cholesterol, and it's not
Mm,
her diet, it's not exercise, it's genetic. She genetically has high cholesterol. Do you see what I mean? So there are some
right.
things that you just,
Right.
type 1 diabetes, genetic. You know what I mean? So unless there's some kind of weird injury when you're little. Um, but I mean, you do the best you can and hope for it.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's why I'm not worried about living long. I'm worried about living while I'm here,
True.
right? Like, I don't just exist. I live. I live, I live, I live. And that's the important part. That's all I can do. If I could preach anything to anyone, it's like, live while you're here. Live. So,
Yeah.
uh speaking of living, I have to go kill someone in my book, so I need to.
We're doing the opposite now.
That's
Uh,
right.
we're living, but we have to kill
But
characters
we
in
have to
our
kill
books.
people.
So we might want to get on that. It's got a timeline, you know.
It literally does. So yes. All right. So, um, let's see. Make sure I don't have anything in thing real quick. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
See?
Here we
Yep.
go. Last sprint, or not last, second sprint. Oh my gosh! Don't make it last. I have a lot of words left to go. All right. Here we go. And there is our second sprint. Where's my thing? Let's see. I got in 7. I have 400 words left, so 600 words altogether.
Woohoo!
So I have 400 words left. I can do it, but it's going to be tough, man.
Got
It's
this.
going to be tight. It's going to be tight. All right. I've got the beats for the ending, though, so I should be able to get there. I mean, obviously I'm going to get there, but I mean, sooner rather than later. On time, for sure. How about that? How'd you do?
I'm going through the chapter outline and noting which chapters are the same in the draft and noting which ones are different. So, progress. I also had whiskey cookies, so I might need more.
Yeah, I'm struggling today, guys, between no sleep and the cloud cover. So this is just proof of concept is what this is, because I 1,000% promise you I would not be writing right now. I would have got up, fed the animals, and gone right back to bed because I am so tired.
Yep.
But look at this, getting the book done instead. I mean, it works. Find your group. I tell people, because I do some writing coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm always telling people, you've got to find your group. Your group can help you get through. And this is definitely proof of concept right there. Let's see. Molly says, finish that lesbian vampire pirate story. Did you finally get to the lesbian vampire part? Relocating to horizontal chair, but I'll have you on the TV. Excellent. See, Molly's gets to go back to bed. That's not fair. I want to go back to bed. Jean says, good morning, Kelly and Alicia. Trying to get started this morning. Yeah, it's tough this morning. You should, I'm just trying to keep my eyes open. Poor Alicia was wrapped up in Grinch blankets. It was so cold. Today's a tough day.
It is. It's Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday.
No, I like Mondays. This feels like a Thursday or something. Like I've been working all week and now I've still got to do more days. That's what this feels like to me.
I'm just happy that it's peaceful in my house.
Yeah, I remember those days. I would like peace again. That would be great. Oh.
One was really excited to go to school this morning. She was like, yeah, let's go. Woohoo. And the other one was like, I don't want to go. I'm not going. And I was like, get your butt in the car.
It was like, oh, yeah, you are. I got news for you. Why is that so like stereotypical? Like boys hate school and girls like school. That was true for my kids too. And it's true pretty commonly. I wonder why that is.
I have no idea.
Let's see. Molly says, yes, I did. Somewhat smutty. Oh, there you go. There you go. So you got it. You got it. As Brozel says, I made good progress cleaning my room. Little reminder, drinking is important.
Yes.
Well, yeah. That's why I had mead yesterday. Oh, sorry. You mean water?
I've got my water.
That mead was good too, and I have a lot left, so we'll see when I get to it.
Coffee's made with water. We hydrate through that first.
Yeah, we need caffeine before hydration in the morning, let me tell you. At least to concentrate so I can write. I don't actually need it in the morning. I need it whenever I need to concentrate really hard. So usually writing and editing, I need my caffeine.
Yep.
I wish it kept me awake because then I'd be awake right now. It does not. It does 0 to wake me up. And let's see. Jen says, I got a report run and gleaned. Just need to transfer it to the spreadsheet and do the calculations. Ooh.
Gleaned? What does that mean?
I don't know. Made it pretty? Or maybe look through it to make sure that there weren't any obvious errors. Molly says, and I am reading just in room. Gotcha. Yeah. Molly, good productivity, both of you. Right? We're getting there, man. We are getting there. It's going to happen. 400 words in a sprint. I could do it. On a regular day, no sweat. I don't know.
This whole getting up in the 6 o'clock hour is not working for me, but
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it because that's when my husband exercises. So I gotta adjust, man. I have to.
Yep. I'm trying to get up at 6. I'm having a hard time. I
Mhm.
tend to wake up my husband when I start talking at 8, right? Because our bed's right there. We want to move me to the front room and then move all the CDS boxes of books, which are in our front room, in here instead.
Mm,
But it's going to be harder to get them out the door, though, if we have them in here instead of right by the door.
that is true.
But I would have more space in that front room for my office, and I don't need all of that space for the books. Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I need some more space. I'd like to have some more bookshelves. I'd like to have different sets, right, for filming.
Right.
And I can't do that in here. It's just too small. And he's willing to do all the work just so, I don't wake him up at 8. I'm like, normal people are already working, dude. Get up.
That's when my husband goes to work, 8.
Yeah, see? So he's already been up, like you said, exercised, showered, and off to work.
Yeah. Makes coffee, wakes up the kids.
Yeah. My husband is crawling out of bed at 8.
I wish
Jen
I could
says,
do that.
Yeah, Jen says, yes, look through it to make sure the data looks correct. Yeah, that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I do that too. We're about to run royalties. So I've got to finish that up and get those out to the authors. And so that's what we do for that is we have to go through and make sure everything looks correct. Make sure there isn't a book missing, things like that. Is something wrong here? We're like, ow.
She said gleaned, and I immediately thought of Scythe from Neil Shusterman. Because they glean
Right.
people. And I was like, Jen? You have questions?
I'm going to get rid of the data right now.
Yep.
But that is basically what you do, right? Go through and look for stuff that doesn't look right. So,
Mm.
which is what they're doing, right? I see why he used glean. Even though they're really just murdering. But so, see, by the way, that is an exception to my rule where if world building doesn't work, I
Yeah.
can't get into the book because the characters were so good. The action was so good. The plot was so good that I forgave the world.
Yeah.
Because the world doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
I mean, we kill prisoners more kindly in our current culture than they do in that one. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Yep.
So,
sounds like nobody dies unless you're gleaned.
Right? Well, not even like that. I was like, if the population is getting too big and no one dies, so you have to get rid of them, I'm okay. I can buy that. That's actually a standard trope for sci-fi. So, but then if people want to die, they're not allowed. You have to resurrect them. That's dumb. That's dumb. If your population is so much that you have to get rid of people, why wouldn't you let people die? So that doesn't make any sense to me. That was one of my first things. I was like, that I don't get that. And it doesn't make sense having these families be weird like that. Like being able to reset to age 20 and then have another family, but not like it doesn't. The human brain
Well, there's
is
a lot
not
of questions.
infinite. You might be able to make our body infinite, but our brain is not. Our brain doesn't work like that. And it wasn't long enough to evolve and change our brain. Right? Because our brain could change and then it could be different, but there wasn't enough time in between immortality and the current where we're reading in society. So our brain hadn't changed either. So that doesn't work for me. There was so many things that just didn't work. But the way the society was, like if you couldn't die, you would live differently. right? And yet they were living just like we do now. Doesn't make any sense. They
Yeah.
also said there's no crime. There's no crime, but there's still financial disparity. I'm sorry, financial disparity causes most crime. So there would still be crime if you have financial disparity. And there are people that just want to fuck with the world. And it doesn't matter how, utopian your world is, they're still going to do shit because they want to.
Yep.
Right?
That, and
So
if resources are low too, then there's gonna be uproar.
yeah, so I'm like, this doesn't work. It doesn't work. And they were like, so they could do all of this on Earth too, but they can't colonize the other planets. Bullshit. So there were so many things that I was like, there's no way this doesn't make any sense at all. But my God, I cannot wait for book 2. Like the ending on that, the way just the plots that we're going through, the way that the action was, the characters I care so deeply for. That everything else was so good that I forgave the world for making no sense. So there are some exceptions apparently, but normally nothing is that good. So the world is
Right.
so distracting. I just can't. But awesome. So there's our little preach for anyone who's read Scythe. And you've only read the first one too, right?
I know, I've read all of them. Well, except for Gleanings.
Okay.
It's the only one I haven't read.
Gotcha.
But that's supposed to be like short stories or something.
Oh, gotcha. I have on this Sunday is our in real life book club, and the book we're reading is Warrior Princess Assassin, and that one's on KU, so I can read it for free. But I get to buy a book because it's book club, and I get to support the indie. So I want to buy Thunderhead, so I get the next book inside, so I can have it ready.
That one was interesting too. So
yeah, so we'll see. But it needs to. That other stuff has to stay awesome, otherwise the world's going to throw me out, and I'm not going to be in it anymore. Do you see what I mean? Like, there are just way too many things about the world that don't make a lick of sense.
Yeah, it's gonna get interesting in the next 2 books. Just saying.
Well, we shall find out. Chris from Chris's Corner said that they DNF'd it after book 2. So
I could see that. I almost didn't want to finish, but I had it for book clubs, so that's how I finished.
That'll do it, right? That'll do it every time.
I can tell you that I did not keep my copies, or I got them from the library. So it's not a I'll keep and reread type. It was interesting, to say the least.
It's crazy. It might have been one of those things that should have just been a single book, because it could have been just a little bit longer and they could have wrapped it up. You know what I mean? Because that could have been because they could have just collapsed the society at the end, those 2.
I mean, yeah, they probably could have, or left it, combined the 3 books and just had a duology. Because there's a lot that goes on in books 2 and 3, and some of it I'm just like, how did we get here? Okay.
I've been here the whole time and I'm a little confused right now.
Exactly. It wasn't bad. It was all right.
Right. Yeah.
I question a lot of things.
And that's the problem, right? And that questioning is what I always do. I always get in trouble for it. Anywhere I go where you're not supposed to question things like, church or, school or.
I don't remember the last time I set foot in a church. I always feel weird when I go in.
Yeah, I mean, I love when people get together for a common cause. I love that. I love it. But I can't get past the bullshit part of it. So, like I said, world building. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I just can't.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. What can I say? My brain. All right, let's do this last sprint. And I'm gonna get 400 words. I'm gonna do it after I let the puppy in.
You got this.
Yes, Charles. One more. And Charles made it. Yay, Charles. Hello. One more sprint.
Yay. Hello.
Nope. Yep, I did. Okay, cool. And that was our last sprint. And I made it to 54,208. So that was 8, 24, 32 words more. So 1,032 words. Woohoo!
Yay!
I'll take it. Part of these words will be deleted, though. Probably about 300 of them. Because I had to work through something, right? Like I had to work through how I was going to do. I think I've changed who the murderer is, and it totally works. I'm very excited about it. So let's see. How'd you do, Alicia?
Well, I made a mess of my desk.
Mine is never clean, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's well, I mean, it was nice and clean, and then I went hunting for a few pieces of paper that had to do with the story, and then from there I got sidetracked and I found 2 recipes, and I'm finding a bunch of like stuff that should have gone in my book notebook. So now I'm like making piles.
Nice. Nice. And yeah, we said hi to Charles. Hopefully Charles got some coffee and contemplation in there. And Faithful says, popping in to say hi and tickle the like button. Thank you, Faithful. I greatly appreciate it. Courtney says, hi, everyone. Stretch that body. Ren says, still no reading, but thanks for the sprints. Absolutely, Ren. I mean, every day doesn't have to be reading day, right? Molly says, bite your tongue. No, I mean, she didn't say that, but I can. Molly got to 20% into the Book Witch. Ooh, that sounds fun. Oh my gosh. Tired today. I set groceries to pick up at noon. And we're getting done like pretty much on time today. So I'm not sure exactly what to do with myself now. If I'd set it for 11, I would have had to have done an extra sprint or something. That's what would have happened.
Right?
Oh, well, I was going to do dishes after I pick up groceries. I guess I could do it before I pick up groceries instead, huh?
And then you have time for stuff later on.
Right? I mean, maybe this will work. Theoretically. Jen says, I researched a new certification that I want to do, and the application process is pretty intense. But I guess that's part of why it's a prestigious certification. Fingers crossed I get accepted. All right, we're sending you good vibes, Jen. Good vibes.
Good luck. You got this.
You got this. Courtney says, hola, Molly. What are your plans for today?
I have to mail a package from for Pango because someone bought one of my books at like 11:30 last night.
Well, you're getting it out right away. You're better than me. I'm telling you, man. There's a reason why I don't sell any of our books from our website from my house because I can't keep up with it.
I try. It's good that they're not coming in like huge batches or anything. It's just like one here, one there. But I had to mail out 2 yesterday. Now I have to mail out this one. I have to return some leggings that I liked, but they did not fit. So, and then I want to go pick up this cookbook that came out today. It's called Of Course It's Good.
I love cookbooks. Yeah, see, this cookbook, we bought it because we love that show, The Bear.
Yeah.
And this guy who is a chef, we did not know this when we watched The Bear. He is an actor in the show. He actually plays like a mechanic in the show, doesn't know a dang thing about food. And so to find out he was a chef, I was like, wait, what?
You're like, hold on. This is not, are you pulling my chain?
I know. I was like, is that like we went on IMDb? It's the same guy, right? Like, yeah, it's
right.
the same guy. It's just so funny to me. So that's where I'm getting the recipe. So Courtney, you'll be proud of me because I'm at the try a new recipe stage and I'm gonna make this swordfish and
couscous.
Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't say it just now. So look at that. That's so yummy. So seems like a lot of ingredients, but really it's super simple.
It looks like it would be.
And we have to grill the swordfish. So we have some frozen sausages in the freezer, so I need to pull those out. So we'll just grill those at the same time because we can have those for leftovers later.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, Jenna just called me. Yes. And Molly is crossing her fingers for Jen, and Courtney says, "You got this, Jen." Molly says hi to Courtney. Courtney says, "Make that money, Alicia." That's right.
I'm trying. I am trying.
Charles says my task. Right. Charles says my task this last sprint was to wake Christina. I think I was successful. Come on, Christina. Coffee.
That's usually what gets me out of bed.
Puppy works great for waking up people.
Right.
Just put her right on the bed. Bam.
So is my cat. If he knows he's supposed to be eating breakfast, he'll meow at you until you feed him.
I love it.
It's like he's like never eaten in his life.
Courtney, the puppy does that too. But we'll see as she gets older. But she literally is. Little kids when they're like starving, because they're growing. They literally are starving. And Courtney says mechanic equals chef. Yeah, no, it was the funniest thing to me when we saw this at the store. We kind of have a cookbook addiction. My husband and I, we freaking love cookbooks. Just love them. So, but
I mean, you got to try all the recipes.
Yep. But the thing is, Courtney, in the show, he also plays a complete dumbass, and he is not. So he can't be. You can't be a dumbass and be a chef.
Quite the opposite, it sounds.
Yes. Let's see. Jen says, I told Laura from Study with Laura that I can't stay away from learning too long, and this was my compromise with my husband instead of a second master's degree. No, I understand that, Jen. If I was independently wealthy, I would travel the world reading and studying. I would get like every degree under the sun. I just love to learn. And I love a structured classroom setting. It just works for me. So, see, obviously I need that peer pressure. I need those deadlines. I need all of those things to get anything done. It's what produces the dopamine for me. Deadlines and people expecting things from me. That works too.
I expect you to be here so I can help.
I can't wait till your first book is published. I'll be like, I knew her when she was just like words.
What are words?
I don't know. This is too complicated. Wait, I have to write more than one sentence?
How do I do this? I don't know.
What do you mean the story has to make sense?
I can tell you right now, it doesn't make sense right now.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, mine needs some tweaking too, but I'm glad I rewrote it. It's the first time ever that I have rewritten a draft. Usually I just go back and fix it, right? But I was like, no, this one's a mess. It needs to be completely rewritten. And so I have, and it's worked out pretty good. So doesn't mean I want to do this every time because it's too time consuming. It's taking too much time. But I needed it this time. It does mean I'm going to do much more planning on the next series, which I will be starting at the end of the year. I think middle of the year, I'm going to start planning it because I want to have a better idea. Like I had an idea of where this was ending. I always knew it was ending. It's ending the same spot I knew it was, but I did not spend enough time on the mechanics of how to get there that it made this fourth book a complete disaster. So I need to do a better job on the mechanics of how to get there so I don't have to do this again.
I think I might have to go back and do that as well because I feel like I'm going to try to avoid rewriting, but I feel like that's in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I've never rewritten one before. This is my first time ever completely rewriting, like putting aside the draft and just rewriting. I've never done that before. Putting aside my original outline, just rewriting. This is definitely a first. So, but sometimes things happen. And there's Christina! Yay!
Good morning.
Hoping we were going to get to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
That's right. I feel you though, man. I did not want to get up this morning. You missed Alicia all wrapped up in her Grinch outfit. She was like, it's cold.
It may have been something like this.
Yes, very similar. Cocooned. Literally cocooned. I'm like, I'm assuming Alicia's in there somewhere.
We'll just raise the foot a little bit. Oh, I found
That's
my
right.
other blanket. Just
And Christine says, remember to hydrate and feed thyself. Save progress. Oh shit, I don't think I did that again.
oh, gotta
I
save
know, I'm
progress.
so busy writing. All right. I saved it. It says saved. All right. See, what would we do without you, Christine? I would have forgotten, then I would have been crying again. It would have been awful.
It's been almost a week into the new year, and I just realized that I still have a Christmas blanket out.
Isn't it legal to like the 12th or something?
Not in my house.
Whatever All Kings Day is. I don't remember what day that is.
I have no idea. No, I just gotta switch it back to my Harry Potter one. Ugh, that blanket is so hot.
Hey, I still have only Christmas mugs, so I need to go back to the store and see if they have big mugs of a different holiday now. Maybe Valentine's Day or something.
They do. Target has some.
I just need really big ones because last time I went to Target, they just had Christmas out when I was there, right? But it was they weren't big enough. I need big ones, like size of my head.
You might be able to find some on Shop Disney. They have some pretty big mugs. Target had a couple. I didn't really get a good look at the Valentine's Day ones though. In my opinion, it's too early.
It is, but it's too late for Christmas. So I mean, I got to get something.
This is true.
And I used Christmas all last year. I want to get some different ones. I think it would be more fun. And I need at least 2 because I'm like drinking one and the other one's dirty. It has to be washed, right? So I need at least 2. Let's see. Christina says, good morning to everyone. Courtney says, good morning to Christina. And Christina loves it, Alicia. Charles says, working on putting away Christmas, laundry, and many other tasks. Yeah, same. I have a list of items I now need to cross off. Oh, no, I know what I do. I'll go shower next because I was supposed to do that at 6 a.m. and I couldn't get out of bed. So I will just shower.
My list is somewhere on this desk.
Right? You're like, it's here somewhere.
I was going to show it to you, but I can't find
it. And Christina says, well, I am glad I got up, Kelly. Yeah, we are glad you're here too. Courtney says, okay, got to make a quick call before sprint end. Gotcha. We'll see you around, Courtney. I'm assuming you're sprinting next. It is Tuesday, but I don't know if boot camp, readathon, who is going next.
Let me see.
And Christina says, isn't the Grinch a Christmas blanket? I mean, she does have a point.
Okay, but it's a hooded blanket, so it gets a pass. Now, when it stops being cold outside, then we'll talk.
See you soon, Courtney. Christina says, and put up the link for Courtney's sprints. Jen says, I like the really large mugs from TJ Maxx. Ooh, I didn't think of TJ Maxx. They usually do have big old mugs, don't they? Because they do all of those special things with teas and hot chocolates and nonsense. I don't need the nonsense stuff, but I could use the mug. That is a good call. That's a good call, Jen. I'll go check out there.
Courtney is sprinting now for boot camp, yes.
Perfect. All right, so we'll head over there. And yes, everyone, please do not forget Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern, we will be starting Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. So we will be reading the first 100 pages over on Alicia's channel, which as the link is right there. Thank you very much, Christina. And so please do not forget that. And of course, we have tomorrow, Morning Time Pirates, where I have to write another 1,000 words. So far, I have been successful, but I am at the end of the book. It's the middle where it's really hard to get the 1,000 words. The ending's a little easier. So we shall see as I go along if I have to do more than that. And then we'll have to decide when I'm finished with this what my goal is for revising every day to make sure I get that done. I have a time frame I want to get it done in. Don't remember what it is right now, but I have it written down. So I need to make sure I get it done in that time frame. So we will base my chapters must be done based on that.
1 to 2 chapters a day or something.
A day. That's usually how I do it. Because there's jumping around when I'm revising. But at least I can know 1 through 2 is clean, ready to go, right? Okay, now where are we? That kind of thing. So we should.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the first thing I think because I have 2 rounds of it. Because the first time I'm just going to read it through, like I wouldn't edit that I didn't write. So I'm going to read it through and make all the notes and things that need to be changed, and then I'll go back and change them. So it's a 2-step process for me.
Gotcha.
Because when you do it little bit by little bit by little bit, you kind of lose the big picture, right? So I need to read it all the way through. So I have the big picture in my head, and then I can go back and fix it to make it work.
Fair enough.
All right. So I guess we're going to head, or at least I am going to head over to Courtney's and then get some stuff done on my list. So thank you, everyone. Do you have any last announcements, Alicia?
I can't think of anything because, well, we do have the 100 pages boot camp. The 100 pages book club sprints tomorrow night. Videos hopefully going up soon. Sprinting still on Sunday. Nope, I can't think of anything else.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. And we will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, to get some more words in. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.